see. Choking on de right when the stream starts.
Hmm.
Hobby horsing.
Isn't that just like you get on the little hobby horse and you go boop, 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 boop,
Yeah,
boop, and
but
you do
there's like
tricks?
competitions.
Yeah. I've seen like a couple, maybe like a reel of the competitions. I was aware that of the toy because I had one as a kid,
Yeah.
but I only learned about the
Have
competition
you heard
like
about like
more
lightsaber
recently.
fencing?
No?
That's also a real
That's
thing.
awesome. That's awesome.
And I felt bad because somebody in one of my classes in my film class, like we had to do a documentary, and somebody in one of my film classes did a documentary on the lightsaber fencing thing, and they were a part of it, and they were in a league, and they did competitions. And because I didn't know what it was, I thought it was like the most elaborate bit, because you could also do mockumentaries. So I was like, this is awesome. This is great. I'm like, I can't believe. And then like midway through, I realized that it was real, and I
Holy
was in
shit, that's
horror.
awesome.
Low key, I don't know if a single soul is gonna be watching this early. But sometimes this has to happen to keep the ball rolling.
Yeah. People will watch the VOD. There's no way Chris is catching this one for Jameson.
Dude, Krish. Apparently, somebody paid the DJ
Let's go.
for the bar where Krish was at last night to make him go next for karaoke, and he paid the DJ like $100.
Ah,
All right, is it posted?
I'm trying. Oh fuck. The link too. Second. When was I looking to the picker link? Paste. Done. I'm gonna make myself licking the link. Incredible.
Okay.
It's beautiful. It's peak. Wait, if you tag someone on their story, you can add it to
Your own story, yeah.
your yeah. I'm gonna mention both of us. Mm, using social media.
What do you think of the Charlie XCX single? Rock music.
I haven't listened to the whole thing.
It's like 2 minutes.
Well, I know, but I've listened to part of it because of like the promotional Instagram posts, so I know kind of what the vibe is, but I haven't actually played the song yet.
It's hot ass. IMO.
No! What? Why?
All right, guys, welcome to Societycore Season 4. Can you believe it?
Yes! To our roots.
Starting the fourth year of this bullshit. You know, we're gonna be following the thing where it's like in 5 years kill myself or start a podcast. We're gonna be getting that point where we have to
Yeah.
start a second podcast.
I'm so down. I'm so ready.
Jesus Christ. Um,
Societycore.
dear God, we just rank our own videos,
Yeah.
review them. Um, so we're on the red flag season. We pick artists where, I mean, I feel like the artist itself can be a red flag, or if you listen to the artist, then you're a red flag,
Yes, I agree.
or else we're gonna be listening to horrible people the whole time. Um,
Yeah.
but season premiere, doing Deftones.
Was my pick.
Is there anything you want to say?
Uh, for anyone that has not listened to or is unaware of Deftones, look at the announcement post. You'll get a good idea of the vibe. They're kind of started as a new metal band in Sacramento and developed into like alternative metal and a lot of elements of like shoegaze and make very awesome in my opinion. So I've had maybe the most fun with this artist since Ween, and I listened to the albums each probably more times than anyone else other than or yeah, I think that's true.
Interesting.
So I can't wait for you to absolutely tear down everything that I love.
Anyways, let's start off with the first album, Adrenaline. I said overall pretty solid debut. This exact type of music though, or at least this album, because it was the first one we listened to, said it does not do it for me. I can notice that it's like good and I can like appreciate why others like it a lot, but for me personally I just didn't really care for it that much. I think it was like a good and like solid debut, like I said, but I didn't have any real desire to return to it. But I understand why people enjoy it.
Very measured take.
What the fuck? Why is Max watching?
Let's go! Let's go!
Max, we didn't even think
Max.
anybody was watching, so it's awesome that you're here.
Amy is also watching.
Awesome that
We
you're
got
here,
two
too.
viewers. That's such a measured, respectable take. I'm shocked. I thought that this was gonna be like the one that you fucking hated and
really?
couldn't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
and
get
we're
ready
like, this
for that.
sucks. No, it's so against like I think I knew it was very much against any type of music that you listen to, pretty much, because it is pure like new metal. I think there's flashes of like the depth and the melody and sensibilities to come on it. But I honestly, overall, like agree pretty much. This is the one that I came back to the least. Um, it's still pretty solid. And if I'm in the mood for something very blunt and heavy, like it definitely scratches that itch. Um, but it's not particularly interesting. It feels very, very dated. For more reasons than just musically, which you pointed out to me.
Say that again.
There's the slur
Oh,
on
yeah.
seven words maybe dates the album a
I
bit.
remember. I'm like, why is he saying slurs? And you're like, what?
I didn't know. I didn't notice. In live performances, he no longer says the N word. So,
Aiden doesn't only not see color, he also doesn't hear it.
okay. Shut the fuck. Were there any, were there any standout tracks you heard?
That was a good one. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I liked Root and I liked Fist.
So, I think Fist is like by far the least popular on the album. So that's interesting.
And I also I didn't like the song, or I didn't think this was a standout, but I think it's funny that Engine Number 9 like has to be a Beatles reference.
That's it.
Yeah.
I did think about that, but I'm like, is it actually?
What else
You
could it
think?
possibly be?
Like a car thing? I don't know. I'll do research. I'll see if there's any. Mm, no, no, not seeing any explanation
Well,
anywhere. It's sad.
it's my fanon.
Fair. I think Bored is definitely the standout for me because it has kind of the drawn out vocal style. Mm, and Minus Blindfold also pretty good. And then the like stretch from Lifter to Birthmark, I think really has like a good flow of like the energy is maintained really well. But also they're not like songs where I'm like, yes, it's incredible. It was just my favorite stretch of the album. And then but pretty like uninteresting overall is my take. So where would you put it?
Um, I don't know, probably like B.
Oh, okay. I have it in C.
Well,
Oh,
well,
but it's you get final say because you are
well,
I
we'll
did
put it
pick
in
I did
B
pick
for
the
right
artist.
now. I'll come back to
This does
it.
not bode well, I feel. I fear.
All right. Next album, Around the Kirk.
That fucked me up. Uh, that was I think a banger post announcement. I gotta start collecting memes for the posts again. Um, I thought this album was real fucking overrated for a long time. Like, I think it was like I was pretty excited for it because I hadn't actually heard the whole thing, and I know that like I really like Shove It and Be Quiet and Drive. Like, they're awesome songs. So I
Mm-hmm.
was excited to listen to the whole thing. And then I was like, oh, this is like not really that much of an evolution from Adrenaline. And it was just it felt a little bit like all not all over the place, but it felt like they were in between. Like, this is their metamorphosis album of like they're evolving, but it's not fully realized. However,
Uh,
after maybe like 5 listens or something, I was like, it's an acquired taste, I think, of an album for me, where there I think the individual tracks are very, very strong. Even if it's not like the easiest thing to get into. And I do really, really enjoy it. I understand why it's like kind of a classic album. Has a really iconic album cover as well. Um,
I'm showing the camera where I ate shit the other day.
is this important? Is this important information?
Yeah. It's where I got kirked.
So yeah, I really like the album. And I can talk about songs in particular, but I have a feeling that you're not in agreement here.
Um, no, I actually think I do agree. I think it's just I think I agree with like everything that you're saying, but I think just like my overall enjoyment of it is less. Um, but I definitely like you said, like there's some sounds from the first album that are like more developed here. Like it's like more kind of like put together, but it's still like that same kind of vein. And I said I was hearing a lot of like Nirvana and grunge kind of. Um, Throughout this record. And I said I think my opinions are mostly the same about this one as the first one, except that this album has like three songs that I think like stood out, like being "Be Quiet and Drive," "My Own Summer," and then also "Mascara." And so because of those songs, this album as a result, the album's better than Adrenaline.
Did you like the bonk skit though?
No.
Yeah.
They're like, what if we put a 30-minute song for the last
No, no,
song?
that's not. It was like a thing in the
I know.
in the
I know,
90s.
but all the other
Yeah.
ones are updated for Spotify where it's not like fucking 30 minutes of
Yeah,
silence.
I wish that it was like, oh, bonus track, separate track. But it is funny to sit through 20 minutes of silence interrupted in the middle by a fat bong rip. uh, and both of those songs are like two of the best on the album, in my opinion. Like they're really fucking good too. I also really love Die the Flu. And then I like Labia as well. So I think I'm definitely overall more positive on the album than you.
Yeah.
But it does still have a bit of that, like some songs are just kind of very hyper aggressive and blunt and like I think feel very of the time. But there's more of the evolution, and yeah, there's some like absolute fucking masterpiece songs. Like I think "Be Quiet and Drive Far Away" is
Yeah.
like one of my favorite metal songs ever. So I would still very much recommend the album. Where where are you feeling?
Um, I mean, I'd probably, I guess like from even like my own list and everything. I mean, probably like A.
Yes, yes. Okay, this is where I have it as well. This is really concerning though, because you're also just like, yeah, it's all right. So
I think it's more like yes, in the context of the band, this is what an S A B C D, but I think in reality, everything
damn.
would probably be shoved like down a whole tier or two for my own
Okay.
personal enjoyment.
Yeah, that's fair. But this is why tier lists are great because we don't have to worry about
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Next one.
Yup.
All right, White Pony. I always got this album confused with like Horse Jumper of Love, um, because of the album cover. Uh, so uh, this is the one where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna like Deftones or I'm not gonna like Deftones after listening to this album, and I listened to it and I felt mostly the same. Um, I thought the overall quality of the style was improving, but like I just came to terms with the fact that I'm probably not gonna be the biggest fan of this genre and type of music. Um, I think that there was some really good and kind of more unique songwriting on the album. And then I also thought that they were trying to be more unique and it did not fucking work for me. So I thought that because of like the good and bad songwriting, it kind of evened out. Um, and I said, if this is their best album, I'm fucked. So,
No, you're. I think you're gonna enjoy part two. I think you're gonna enjoy
God,
part two. No, no, I promise. I promise.
that's where that's where I was at.
I this album I have. And I have like I have positive associations with this album, but I hadn't really sat down and like listened to it like before this. So like I knew that I liked it, and I hadn't. I think I introduced. Maybe I didn't talk about this on the stream, but I talked about it with you that like I realized I hadn't heard like a Deftones song that I don't like before picking them. So and I'd listened to this whole album before, so I was really, really, really excited for this one, and it did not disappoint.
Yeah.
I think that I listened to this album easily a dozen times,
Christ.
maybe more. I think it might be like top 10 albums of all time for me at this point. Maybe top 10 might be a lot. It's definitely top 50 though.
Okay.
It's I think it's a masterpiece. I I think this is where the sound like really takes a big leap into like true alternative metal, and like there's a lot of elements of shoegaze, and there's really cool experimentation. The lyrics, for the most part, I think there's kind of one exception, which we'll talk about, are like kind of esoteric and surreal in a way that I like cannot get enough of. Mm, love Chino's vocals. I think he's one of my favorite vocalists at this point.
That's crazy.
And I love the like interplay on the album between like really aggressive stuff and very melodic stuff. I think they nail the balance. Um, and it makes for it's just such a cohesive album with such a developed sound, and I I cannot get enough of it. And I can shout out particular tracks, but I could probably talk about some things I like about every single song on the album. Although the one that I think is the least interesting, even though it is still really good, is like Back to School, Mini Maggot, because it's kind of like a it's a they redid Pink Maggot. I don't remember for what, but then like they released as a single, but then it was very popular. So then the like true classic version of White Pony with like the iconic album cover is actually I think a reissue that had like the single on it, and it's like kind of a rap metal song. So I but it's not I don't think it's particularly corny as far as rap metal goes. I think it's still pretty good. But yeah. Do you have track highlights?
Yeah. I liked Back to School, Teenager, Knife Party, and Change. And
Nice.
then I didn't care for Elite or Korea.
Yeah, fair. Those are, I think, the two of the most like just really heavy things on it, if I remember correctly. Yeah, a lot of screaming. Um, I, in addition to those, I think Digital Bath is like incredible song. Um, and but it also took a while to grow on me because it's like very like low in a way that I find very beautiful. I love Passenger as well. It's so like creepy almost. Mm. But the I love I love the lyrics and like the feeling in it. Um, and then Change is yeah a masterpiece. Change in the House of Flies is yeah the good example of the like esoteric lyricism. Knife Party is I think the biggest standout to me though. Like because I think I sent you the quote where someone was like, "Hey, what did you like? Where did this come from?" And he was like, "Yeah, I was like really high and drunk
And I wanted
partying."
to like
I was
drop a
like,
toaster in the bathtub.
"No, that's Digital Bath. That's
Oh, okay.
Digital Bath." But I think it. Okay, yeah, I'm getting the quotes confused. But he did say that Knife Party was like a similar thought process where he was like, "Yeah, I was like, what if there was like a bunch of crazy like rich people that had like underground parties and like they brought knives and stabbed each other. Like that's fucking insane. That's awesome. Like it's very like conceptual and like imaginative and fun. Like it doesn't to be about like it is about something, but it doesn't have to be like it's not like surface level like or like butchering my explanation. But yeah, I like storytelling and um, like the worlds that he creates in the songs. Where would you put it?
Um, I personally, for me, I think I would put
No,
it in A. But I don't really care if we put it in S.
I would definitely put it in as it's not obvious. Thank you, thank you. Everyone should listen to White Pony. I have to talk about the most expensive album ever made.
Dude, I remember looking that up and I was like, what the fuck? I was like,
Okay,
how?
so they got real successful like in this era, like around the Fur White Pony, and there was some like there was a label deadline for the next album that they did not meet, and so they got fined like a crazy amount of money. Um, and because of the total fines, it's like the recording costs of the album are like top of all time or something. Like most expensive rock albums to record, I think is what it was, right?
Yeah,
Mm. But that might be the most interesting thing about this album.
real.
I think it's a big fucking letdown immediately following White Pony. Um, Not because it's necessarily bad, but it's just like, I think kind of mediocre. It's not an evolution of the sound um, in meaningful ways. And I think in some ways it's a bit of a regression. Like the middle stretch of this album is like kind of abysmal. I think it starts really strong and I think it ends solidly, but oh my God. Yeah, very, very disappointing, unfortunately. Um, Considering it has an awesome fucking album cover. And is their self-titled. And you really want the self-titled to be
I
incredible.
I feel like the only time an album should be self-titled is when it's the first album.
I'm trying to think of any good examples of like it not being the first. Well, I think Weezer gets to have.
Weezer, all of them are
Yeah,
self-titled.
yeah. Yeah. Weezer's the exception. Weezer, it's really scary if you see that the album is not self-titled, actually.
Yeah.
The hit rate on that's not great.
Um, my thoughts. I'll just get it out of the way. I'll say that I think
Weezer
Minerva
is
is a
Weezer.
good song. Um,
Yep.
this album pissed me off from what I'm
Oh,
reading. Um, from my notes, I said I don't know. This one is even less of everything else that came before it. I give even less of a shit of them now. Um, I might be cooked for the rest of this. Like, it's just fine. I don't care. I think the heavy stuff is just super one note for me, and I don't think it can really um, get like that crazier or better unless if the songwriting and instrumentation really breaks out and does something I've never heard. Called me Peter Griffin talking about The Godfather.
that insists upon itself.
Yeah.
That is a funny thing to say about a self-titled album because it does kind of by definition insist upon itself. I think that's a fair take. Are you so? Is this your least favorite so far?
Yes.
Damn, even worse than
Yes.
Adrenaline. I definitely prefer it to Adrenaline, but yeah, the my only additions would be I also think Hexagram is great and Needles and Pins is pretty cool. Mm. Oh yeah, okay. So there's this thing that they start doing on this album um, where they have these like really almost dissonant like melodies. Like Lucky You, I think is a really good example of it, where it's like kind of dark and brooding and like low, and then the vocals are like kind of really shrill and singing against it. And they have a handful of songs where they do that, and it's really fucking bad on this album. Like it just clashes. It sounds really like just like uncomfortable and dissonant and just it sucks. Um, and I bring it up because I think later on they start to get better at doing that and like because I think it's an interesting idea to go for. And I think that this album is in the end at least to me more interesting than Adrenaline, so I have it above it, but it is I think my second least favorite. Yeah, so I'll mention the songs that I think do that kind of thing well when we get to them.
Yeah.
Mm, So I'm guessing is it below B for you or
I
is
think,
it B?
yeah. I would say like C.
I'm fine with putting both it and Adrenaline in C
Okay.
as a compromise.
That works.
It can be below. You're up for Saturday
Oh,
Night Wrist.
okay. Uh, this one pissed me off too, but in a different way.
Hell yeah.
Um, so this one, uh, overall, I think I did enjoy this one, and I was having a good time with it. Except for the
Yeah.
elephant in the room. Um, this little ditty called "Pink Cell Phone." Um, said Deftones were certainly deaf by putting this shit on the album. It makes the album almost unlistenable with how
No,
fucking bad
it's
it is.
not.
I am not kidding. That
Oh,
is how bad this
oh my
fucking song is.
god.
They talk about like having
It's
like butt sex and like getting germs stuck in like foreskin and like all this other shit. And it's like almost out of nowhere.
yeah.
Doesn't not similar to any other aspect of the album. I'm angry. I think they took like a really like good decent album and then we're like, what if we just like put one of the worst songs out ever made of all time on the album? And their meaning was that I guess they were going through a bad time when making the album, so they're like, it makes sense to put something so like different and out there and kind of crazy with like everything that we're going on, so we're gonna put on a song about butt sex and foreskins. And it's like that, and then I that low key might be the epitome of Deftones. So
No. Fuck it, is it?
they're like, I'm edgy because it's cool. Sometimes that's what I
No.
feel. That's their aesthetic.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No. No.
I'm just
No.
brave enough to to say that.
I think that they just don't particularly care. Because it's not a song about that. It's a good song that has 2 minutes of the like a absolutely dog shit skit at the end of like not I don't even think it's a band member.
No,
It's
it's
just
not.
like
And it's not even
because it's
music. It's
a
like a drum beat and somebody's talking over it. And I'm like,
yeah, she's
how many fucking people did that song get through where nobody was like, guys, this is a bad idea? Like the fact that it just even exists, I can't trust anybody that's associated with them.
okay. To be fair, this was over 20 years ago. Um
Barely.
and barely over 20 years. I mean, sure. Whatever. Uh I got I don't think that that ruined the album for me
Actually,
by
it wasn't 20
any.
years ago because it came out in
Did not? Oh, it's
October.
2006. Oh, I thought that I was looking at the wrong year. 2006. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're right. Not even 20 years. Still
Can't even
roughly
legally
20
drink.
years ago then. Okay, but what about the rest of the album?
No, that's what I said. I think everything else is really good. It's just that one song. I'm just like, what the actual fuck?
Yeah.
What the actual fuck?
I think that this was the like next evolution in in their sound.
I'm
Like
fucking
even more
scared.
shoegaze, even more
I'm
melody.
so scared.
Um, I I still think it kind of it's another of like an almost transitional thing though, um, where they haven't quite nailed it down. But it has really good highlights. I think like definitely a lot better than self-titled and adrenaline. And I think I just like this style a lot better. Um, and
Greasy,
I really
filthy hand
enjoyed
jobs
it.
in truck stop restrooms. Hot carling all over the place. Hot Carling. I turned that into a verb. I hope you
Yeah.
appreciate it. Carling, Hot Carling Academy. It's the school where you
It
go to
was an
learn how to butt
improvised
fuck.
bit.
It's in
It was
England.
an
They don't have
improvised.
blowjobs there because they're uncircumcised, and that is just disgusting. So they have to butt fuck, which is also disgusting because that extra foreskin traps all the germs in the poop and the butt fucking residue. It's sin. And that is why British people have bad teeth. Amen.
Kind of funny. And I did listen to that for the first time at my desk, university, and burst out laughing and have to explain to my programmer why I was
You're like, this is
why
why
I
you
was
have bad
dying.
teeth.
No, he's Hungarian. His teeth are fine. Um,
I don't even want to know what hot carling is.
I think it was meant. Yeah, whatever. The there's still really fucking good songs on it though. I think "Hole in the Earth" is beautiful. "Cherry Waves" is beautiful. Um,
Oh my god.
oh no, did you look it up? Ja, do I need to look this up?
Yeah. So they did turn it into a
Oh
verb,
yeah,
hot
okay,
carling,
okay.
so it's hot Carl.
Yeah, that's yes, disgusting. Anyway, the important part, because I yes, it's a rough 2 minutes on the album, but it was funny the first time, and it did not ruin it for me.
It ruined it for
Um,
me. It
the
takes it down a whole tier for me.
easy. Mine has Surge from System of a Down.
Oh yeah.
And it really disappointing, honestly. Like I think they could have made a much better song together. Like the most interesting part of the song is just that he's on it. It's not like I don't think it's actually a standout track, unfortunately. Up, up, down, down, left, right, A, B, select, start is an instrumental interlude that's absolutely fucking gorgeous. Like maybe one of my favorite interlude tracks I've ever heard. It's really good. Mm. Let's see. Beware, it has the same style of like, okay, we're gonna do like a really dark, brooding, almost like dissonant melody, and then have vocals that play against it in a really like mm, kind of like a counter melody. I don't know if that's the correct use of that term, but this is where they do it incredibly, and I think Beware takes like shows how like their influences and how wide they are, because I think that the vocals on Beware is like the only time I've ever heard someone like successfully sing the way that Bjork does. Like the way he like enunciates the syllables and where he puts the stress on the words in the chorus is just fucking unhinged in a way that like I think definitely hopefully was pulling influence from Björk. And it's really fucking good. I think it's my favorite song on the album.
I really like
So
Cherry
it was
Waves.
cool to see, yeah, Cherry Waves is all it's cool to see them like continue to do interesting stuff. Even though there are some like kind of stinkers like Pink Cell Phone and
That's like
Rats,
worse
Rats,
than a
Rats.
stinker, if I'm being honest.
It's
Like one of the worst
it's rough.
things
It's rough.
I've ever
That's
my ears
crazy
have
because
ever
the
come
song
across.
itself is not even bad. It's an interesting song.
I just think
Like it's
that that is
got
such a distasteful part of it that I truly I'm like these people are stupid for
oh my
including it.
god. You got to do a little bit of trolling sometimes. It's
That would make
2006.
sense if they had maybe done that anywhere else throughout their career in the past decade.
Fair. To
All right, where are we
me,
putting
this is
it?
still evident B.
Okay, that's good.
Um, yeah, because I do think like the stinkers bring it away. Like where it's not like Around the Fur, where even the ones that I'm not as big a fan of, I'm not like this is a bad song. Whereas I think it's fair to call some of these bad songs, even though it overall is really fun to listen to. Like it's an enjoyable album, definitely
Mm-hmm.
worth checking out. And I think it would be fair to put it for some people who are maybe like bigger fans of Around the Fur, like having it in A and then Around the with White Pony, I think is more the consensus.
Yeah.
And that's already it for good one.
Yep.
Crazy.
I'm so
The next we
fucking
have,
scared for the next 5.
well, I'm really excited for it.
I'm horrified.
They, because I believe there's a gap here because their bassist like
It
had
was
a
like a
really
car
bad accident.
accident, and then they were in a coma, and then he
Yeah.
died.
Yes, exactly. And so Diamond Eyes, like they came back with like a new member and with I think a different sound. Mm, yet again. And I think from here, I'm I'm I haven't heard all these albums, but I know that they get different. I know that things get different. I'm very I'm very excited, especially for their 2025 album.
I think I had tried listening to that album a couple of times and could never do it, so
Oh,
it's gonna be a fun more 5 albums.
I also listened to the B sides and rarities, and I was like, yeah, maybe these should stay B sides and rarities. Not really anything worth mentioning off there.
Thank God you didn't make me listen to it.
No. The cover of Please, Please, Please Let Me Get What I Want is like I think it's interesting, but I don't actually think it's
You know,
particularly
they also have a
good or
covers
bad.
album.
They do, which I will be listening to just for fun.
I know the Sleepwalk is good.
And then
Do you know that song?
no.
It's like doo 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 doo. Wow, 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 wow. Doo, 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 doo. It's like on a slide guitar. It's like a really old
Thank
like
you.
60s song.
I'm listening to it.
Wow, wow,
Oh,
wow.
this is really pretty.
Wow, 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 wow.
Oh, yes, I know this song. I know this
Wow,
song. I know
wow,
this
wow,
song.
wow, wow, wow.
Your
Wow,
wawing
wow,
was like
wow,
not helpful at all,
wow.
but
Shut
listening
up.
to it did make me recognize it.
That was on point. I don't want to hear it.
No.
All right.
Um,
Any closing words?
um, Minecraft Deftones cover. Wait, Max. Where is this? Where is
God.
this? Where is this? In Minecraft. Be Quiet in Mine. Let's go. Okay, I'm listening right now.
What
I
the
can already tell it's
fuck?
peak though.
Be quiet in mine for Minecraft. Why was this made 2 months ago?
Oh yeah, are you that tapped into the Minecraft parody community, Max?
That sounds like just like actually like the singer. That's crazy.
I haven't gotten to any lyrics yet. Oh my god, the choreo on this, the cinematography. Holy shit. Whoa. Damn. All right, everyone go listen to Be Quiet in Mine Far Away.
They've
I'm fast to
genuinely
pearl away.
evolved.
Yeah. My God, it's so good. No, he broke all his tools. Fuck. No, using dev cheats. He lost me. He lost me.
All right. I think on that note, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll hopefully be ready for the next episode before the end of the month.
I think it's definitely doable.
Yeah. Somebody
I
kept
was
canceling on me every weekend.
I was ready, but then I had all my final submissions and I was like working all the time to get them done and yeah. Oh, this guy has a parody of Rooster called Creeper.
Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna end the stream.
Make sure. Okay, bye.
Goodbye, guys. Thanks.